Hi everybody, welcome to the Spectator Sportscast. Eli Schultz here with Liz Malone and Steve Frankoski. Got a special guest with us here, Dario Pizzano from the Seattle Mariners organization, former standout for the Columbia baseball team. Dario, how are you doing?
Doing well. It's really nice to be here again. I was here last year when I came back for the fall semester and had a lot of fun on the show, and I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, it's always fun having Dario on the show. Another great season for you this past season in the minor leagues for the Clinton LumberKings. Could you kind of just take us through your year?
Yeah, this year was a lot different. It was more difficult and definitely had to make some new adjustments with the full season instead of just a 3-month summer short season. This year it was started in mid-February with mini camp, went into spring training, which was 7 or 8 weeks, and then we went into a full season, which was 140 games. So it was a long time being away from family and, having to keep your head on straight and keep your focus level up and continue to, produce. But had a lot of support from my family and friends, and I just continue to have a successful season. So hopefully I can keep that going in the future.
Can you talk about how the environment out there was different from being, in the city, in a hectic place, versus being in an isolated area where you gotta stay focused, and because there's really not much to do.
Right. There's nothing else out there to do besides baseball. So that was
the
actually
greatest show in town.
That's right. That actually it helped a lot. It helped me keep my focus and my attention all on baseball. I had to go to the field and get my work done every day. We were there for about 8 to 10 hours on a given day, So there were really no distractions other than going to play baseball. So it was really helpful to be there instead of in a place like Boston or in New York City with other distractions.
Mm-hmm.
So what's it like being back here with academics and training and not solely focusing on baseball?
That's always a little difficult. I'm used to it by now, but it's good to be back. I love being back in the city, and it's such a long season. It's good to just kind of, relax and be in the off season right now and be able to focus on school and getting my degree. It's actually easier now that I'm in the off season, and it's kind of on me whenever I want to do my workout program that the Mariners give me or hit. It's on my time, and I can work around my schooling schedule. Opposed to when I was on the Columbia team, I had to be at fall ball and practices at certain times. So it's a little easier now, actually.
And the Mariners still picking up the tab for that education.
They are. That came in handy big time. That was part of my signing bonus. They were going to pay for my last full year of school, or 2 semesters whenever I'd be able to go back.
Yeah, I'm sure that sweetened up the deal nicely for you there. So this past season, your classmates had a big year at Columbia. They brought home the Ivy Championship and won a game of the tournament. What was it like? Was it watching your teammates have a year like that?
That was it was great. Kind of bittersweet because that was my senior year, my class that I came in with. All my not just teammates, we're like best friends too. We used to have the ZBT house over there, and we all lived in the same place. We were good friends, and even from the start of their season, which was in my spring training, I'd follow them on Twitter, and I'd be talking to them in our group message. We have a group text message. I'd be telling them, good luck, keep it up, whatever. And I actually followed the live stream for the championship, the 2 games that they played that day versus Dartmouth at home, and I was watching it in the clubhouse. I brought my laptop to my clubhouse, and I was like live streaming it with my headphones in. And when they kind of pulled away in that second game, first of all, when Gus hit that walk-off single to win the first game, I jumped up and, oh my God, they were like, what are you doing?
He's wearing your number now, right?
Yeah, he's wearing 25 now. He took 25 when I left. That's okay. Whatever, it's all right. He hit the walk-off, and then they pulled away in the second game, and I was so happy. Every time they got a big hit, they had like a 6-run inning, and I was, getting up out of my locker and like screaming or whatever, like jumping for joy. And they're like, "Come on, man, you're not even on the team. We have a game tonight. You gotta focus on that." But I wish I could have been a part of it, but I'm so happy for those guys. They're my best friends, and I know how hard they worked. I was here in the fall when they were working. I wasn't on the team, but they were, working just as hard as ever. So they deserve it. I'm real happy for them.
And have you been finding that since this great season, people are starting to respect the Columbia brand a little more? Did you show that off a little bit?
I mean, you have to, right?
Yeah.
With me and Pat going in the draft in 2012, we didn't win, but then 2 more guys going. Even Tim didn't get drafted, but Tim Gill was signed as a free agent by the Yankees, and Alex Black is drafted by the Royals. And winning a game against New Mexico, which had one of the best offenses in the country, and they upset them and came back. Actually, their best player, DJ Peterson, he was our first-round pick this year, and he actually was my roommate after they lost. So we had some funny little conversations. He was like, some no-name team came in and ruined my year. They upset us, and I couldn't believe it. Alex Black actually struck him out to end his season. So it was pretty weird that I was in the room with him. It was just coincidence, but it was cool.
And we also we got word that you were in a couple commercials over the summer for some razors.
A little shaving action.
Yes.
Showing off that beautiful smile on national television. What was that like being in those over the summer?
That was great. It was so random. No one knew that it was going to happen. Our coach called us in. We had team defense, before the game. One of our early work things called us in and was like, "Okay, guys." Usually they're on a strict, the Mariners want us to be clean shaven, and he said to us, for the next week, don't shave. What? Are they lightening up on the rules?
Yeah.
He said, no, we're not lightening up, but Chris Quinn, our coordinator, said okay. He gave it the okay, and a film crew was coming in to shoot our team. They picked our team. I guess Wall Trimmers is right out of Chicago area or in Illinois, and they picked our team to be the face of this series of commercials for the trimmers. So that was great, and I had no idea the level that it was going to be on, nationally, because I figure, okay, it's going to be on, local TV in the Midwest. Mm-hmm. And then I had my family and my friends tweeting at me, texting me saying, I just saw you shaving on ESPN. So I had no idea. We knew that they were filming and we knew that they had finished the commercial, but they didn't even tell us, okay, they're airing now. Just out of the blue, we all just started getting texts from people we knew saying they saw us. So that was awesome. It was really good.
And they're following up with you here in New York, right?
Yes, they told us and a handful, I think 4 of the guys on the team, that they were gonna follow us in the off season and do a whole new series of what it's like to be a minor leaguer in the off season, what it's like to prepare for the next season, what you do in your free time. So in the next few weeks, they said they're going to come. They knew that I was going to be back at school, so they said they're going to come and see what it's like trying to, juggle the academics with the working out and preparing for next year. So that should be fun.
So you're not shaving till then?
No, I can't wait that long. I got to keep it clean a little bit.
Yeah.
But I got to keep a nice beard for when they come. I'll know a week in advance. I won't shave for a week or 2.
All right, awesome. Sounds good. So if you don't mind, I'm just going to run down some scores from this past weekend. Just let everybody know what happened. Liz, you want to start us off?
Yeah, so the Feel Lucky team won in overtime on Friday night, a great thrilling win over Colgate, and then we suffered a pretty tough loss against Albany, number 12 in the nation. So it was a pretty hard-fought loss, but and also the women's soccer team lost to Penn on Saturday, a 1-0 loss. So.
And over in women's volleyball, they won 1-1 this weekend. They beat Dartmouth 3-2, and then lost over in Harvard 3-0.
Yeah. So a tough game there as well. And men's soccer had a big dedication ceremony prior to Saturday's game against Penn. They also they had a draw 0-0, so second straight week they've had a draw. And also the football team suffered a 24-10 loss against Lehigh, but showed some promising signs. Got an exciting game coming up next weekend, homecoming against Penn. Dario, are you gonna make an appearance? Or?
Absolutely, I'll be there. My classmates, actually the guys who won last year that were seniors, are supposed to be accepting their Ivy League championship rings, and my family is gonna come in, and all the families of that class are coming in. We're gonna do something as a little group, and it's going to be a good time. I'm going to be there.
It's not like in the world, in professional ball, they can't give you a ring, or?
I don't know. I did not earn one of those rings. I wish I could have some piece of hardware from my years in college, but they deserve their ring. That was their team.
Maybe you have one coming up in the pipeline in a couple of years.
Maybe in a few years, a different level of baseball, maybe a Major League World Series, hopefully.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dario, for coming on. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you all next week.